What's up, guys? Jaxel here. Yesterday, I posted a video outlining some of the basic setups and features of XenPorta 2, which is my Portal add-on, which I will be releasing on January 1st. Um, in response to that, I got a request from somebody asking me to make a video looking at more of the front end sections because that video mostly looked into the back end administrative stuff. And there's generally only one administrator on your website, so there's no real reason for a lot of people to care about that stuff. But the front end, you're gonna have a lot of moderators, and they're gonna want to see how things work. Anyway, so this is my test website. You can see it here. We've got our feature slider on top and two articles on the bottom, which I have limited it to two for examples on this test website. Since yesterday's video, though, I have added a small change. I have added a load more button, so we can click load more, and this way the infinite scrolling isn't annoying. It requires you to click through. That is an option in the admin control panel if you don't like that. Anyways, moving on from that, you're probably going to wonder, how do we create articles? Now, it's a bit different than a lot of other article systems. While many article systems in the past were based on what forum you post a thread to, like for instance, I'm going to post this thread in my news and announcements forum, and then any thread in that forum will automatically be promoted as an article. That's not how this system works. Instead, the way it works is any thread can be an article, no matter what forum they're in. So you can post the thread in any forum. You don't even need to have a news and article forums if you don't want to. So my website only has one forum, so that's kind of neither here nor there. So let's go into this one forum and click post a thread. And let's make a new thread, and we're going to call this article, I can't type, thread promotion example. Alright, and we need to fill it with some random data, and we're going to do that at lipsum.com. Get some random text, post that in. And for example's sake, I'm also going to attach 4 attachments, images that I have previously prepared for this video. They're just images from the upcoming Soul Calibur 6. And we're going to post this thread. And here we go. We have a thread. It's just like any other thread on the forums. It's not going to appear on your articles list because it's just a thread. But we can make it appear on the articles list. And moderators will be able to do this who have permission to do it with the moderator panel at the top of every thread down here or up here. And there's an option for promote to article or promote to feature. Features and articles are different things, so we're going to start with articles for now. We're going to promote this to an article, and there are some basic options. The first is the icon. Let's see if I can show you an example of the icon. There we go. The icon is what appears over here on the right side of every post. Now, the administrator can choose to use an article header instead of icons, and the article header is this image on top. And the way that works is if you specifically choose an attachment for the icon, and I'm going to pick one of the random images that I've included. Let's try this one instead. And if you do that, instead of the icon appearing on the right side, it'll appear above. So that's specifically with attachments. So we're going to do that. Break text, we're going to call that gallery after the break. The date is the date that the promotion, the article goes live. So you can actually promote something to an article in the future. If you have if your news forum is hidden, people won't see it until it gets promoted to the front page. but that's with separate settings that we're not going to be talking about. Uh, you can use custom title and excerpt text, title and message text, and that's what appears on the article homepage. So the excerpt information is right here. This is the message, this is the title. By default, it tries to fetch that information from the first post of the thread, but you can have custom stuff there if you wish. We're not going to use that. Formatting thread as an article is what makes the thread look like an actual article instead of a thread. You guys know what threads look like. You're looking at it right now. This is what a thread looks like. Articles look a bit different, so we're going to format it as an article. And we're going to select the category as Soul Calibur 6 since these are Soul Calibur 6 images. And we're going to click Save. And now we have the article layout. So instead of it looking like a thread, it's got your post, the byline of the author, a sidebar if it's defined, and comments are designed like comments instead of thread replies. And now if we head back to the home page, we're going to see that right here. We've got the article. It's got the break text gallery after the break. It's got the title, and it's got that nice header image we added. And today is Christmas Eve. And that's pretty much it. That's how you promote an article. It's very simple. There's not really much more to say about it. So let's talk about other stuff in the article view. One of the things you'll notice is we had 4 attachments here. They're not showing right now. This is by design. Attachments do not show in the article view unless you specifically insert your attachments into the post. So we're going to do that. And now they're showing at the bottom. There are reasons you may want to do this simply because you want to make things look nicer. And this forces you to stylize things to look more professional. And that's what the whole point of this system is, to look more professional. And that's why we're doing it this way. We also have the byline here. If you're the author or you're an administrator, you can edit author information by clicking the edit link, your name, status, your image. You can put a photograph of yourself as well as your byline. And that is about it. That comment was posted with Ajax, which is why it didn't show up there. All right. So that's all when it comes to articles. But we said before that articles and features are different. So let's talk about features. If we look at the homepage, the feature is actually the slider we have up here. And it just rotates every 20 seconds with all the articles. And articles are an image plus the excerpt text at the bottom. So let's add an image for that. Let's pick one of the attachments that we used and then click Save. And now we have here, this is the article thread promotion example. It's now a feature, and this will rotate. This is just something to give your website a bit more flair. You'll notice that some of these have video on it. When I was scrolling through it before, it didn't have video. That's because it uses the YouTube API, and if it ever fails to connect to the YouTube API, it just falls back to the regular excerpt text. But we do want to put video on it, so let's do that. Let's go to YouTube. It's Marcus Brownlee has a new video. Let's just use that. Pause that. We don't need to actually watch this video. And let's cut out the video ID. It's right here in the URL. You can just cut that out. And when we promote this to a feature, we're going to place that into the media section. And then we're going to click Save. And now, when we go to the home page, it's going to load up the video into the slider, which will automatically begin playing after 4 seconds. And it's muted by default because I go to a website and I don't want it playing sound. But you can, of course, unmute it with this button over here.
To ask him to BHD number.
But we don't need that. And that's about it. I try to keep it as simple as possible to use. So there you go. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and peace out.